Hypothetically speaking, if Bigfoot were to exist, could he sue for defamation? What's going on, y'all? Attorney Tom here, back with another Reddit React. You're a lady! Can you believe she just flashed y'all? If y'all could do me a favor before we begin, hit that like button. It really helps push out the video on the YouTube algorithm. It's a big favor to me. I really appreciate it. And consider subscribing to this community if you want to join. We're growing like crazy. I think we just passed 313,000 subscribers. Let's jump right into it. All right, let's check this out. My name is attorney Tommy John Kherkher, and I'm starting a video blog. In my first episode, I'm going to be analyzing the potential personal injury case against Dak Prescott. We've come a long way, getting better, and we're going to continue to get better every day. Better, 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 better. I've been at this for over 2 years. And this has always just been fun, but now people are starting to watch. So, we're going to keep getting better. But that was my very first video I ever made. Aww. Would this murder alibi work? Say you were accused of a murder you didn't commit, and the murder took place during the night. If you use one of those sleep tracking apps to track your sleep, could you use it as proof that you were asleep at the time of the murder, therefore could not have done it? So you can use it as evidence. Now it is up for the jury to determine the credibility of that evidence. So nothing is ever foolproof, but yes, if you had data that suggested you were asleep, you would definitely want to introduce that at trial. The #1 cancer lawyer. I thought Tom only did civil law. 4307. #2 lawyer. 46, born in Houston. #1 cancer lawyer. First name Tommy. Number 13, July 10th, we must continue our crusade to become the most famous person on July 10th. I'm going to link my, I was going to say OnlyFans. I'm going to link my famous birthdays to this channel, to this video. Hit that boost button. Let's see where we're at right now. Uh-oh. We've lost spots. This is not good. Boost. Is this police officer allowed to take the violin? This TV series is filmed in England, London. So first of all, I don't know anything about the law in England, but I'll give you my thoughts on it.
Adam's special concert.
Ah, the little cello.
Oh yes, that's how you play, with a stick.
Excuse me, copy that.
Sorry, where are you going?
There's been another break-in.
But I haven't finished yet.
Sorry. Nice playing, though.
But you don't understand. I've got to get to the end.
Can you move out the way, please?
You've got to hear the end.
Can you move?
Someone's got to hear the end. Someone's going to hear the bloody end.
Right, I'm taking that.
What?
Thank you.
No, give it. Give it back.
So the violin player was preventing the police officer from doing her job. So yes, I would think that it would be okay to temporarily commandeer that violin so she can do her job. Hypothetically speaking, if Bigfoot were to exist, could he sue for defamation? No. Bigfoot is not a human. He doesn't have standing to sue in court. Additionally, defamation is driven by money damages. I would argue that all the slander or defamation that is put on Bigfoot about him not existing only helps his brand. It probably makes him commercially more beneficial because it creates controversy. So remember, civil cases, money damages is the only thing you can recover. No money damages, pointless civil case. Rest in peace, Legal Eagle. We've been over this. Objectively, if Legal Eagle and I were to box, he would probably beat the crap out of me. I'm literally the human version of the inflatable car thing. You know, that's always waving its hands. I mean, look at this. I'm jacked. Legal Eagle, if you're watching this, which you're probably not, you're an OG. Hypothetically, why is the statute of limitations on certain conduct so short? Why is the statute of limitations on certain conduct, like wrongful death or medical malpractice, so short? Take it up with the state legislature. A lot of it does have to do with business entities lobbying for shorter statute of limitations. Because shorter statute of limitations, less people are going to bring suits. The more money the people who would otherwise be sued are going to make. Suing a doctor. Should patients have the ability to waive their rights to sue a doctor in exchange for lower treatment costs? I I think no. I think no, because if you open up that door, then everything is just going to be put under that waiver, right? Because you could have a doctor who charges $20,000 a procedure. Then, if you allow something like that to happen, what they're going to do is they're going to raise their prices to $25,000 and then knock it down to $20,000 in exchange for that waiver. So I think that just opens up a messy box. You shouldn't be able to sign a contract that waives you from malpractice liability. And not just doctors. I mean, like lawyers, other professionals, just in general, you shouldn't be able to do that. The Fifth Amendment and passwords. The Fifth Amendment grants protection from self-incrimination. Hypothetically, let's say I'm arrested for a crime and the police seize my password-protected, encrypted laptop that may have incriminating evidence. Can they compel me to provide my passwords? Wouldn't that be incriminating myself? What if I refuse? Would I be held in contempt? This is a great question. And the answer is, I don't know, because it is actively being litigated. I think there's an individual who's been held in contempt for years. He's like in year 1 or 2 of being held in contempt because he's refusing to give over his passwords. It's a very, very interesting issue. I would argue that it does fall under Fifth Amendment protections. I think that would be self-incrimination. I personally would think that an individual shouldn't be able to compel, or you shouldn't be compelled to turn over your passwords. Would it be legal if someone created a sentient anime girl AI and did things with it? Downvote. Bad chat. What happens if you confess your crime before being mirandized during the arrest? Scenario: police arrive to arrest you. Suspect's name: you are under arrest for Western Union Bank heist. You suspect: I committed the heist, but you haven't mirandized me yet, so there's no other proof. You just confessed. You just confessed. I think at some point in time I'm going to go over the 4th, 5th, and 6th Amendments. Like, what to do when you're arrested, when does and doesn't these things take effect. I think it's fairly interesting. I think criminal procedure as a whole is very interesting. But yeah, in that scenario, you just confess. I'm sorry. And you'll look like a total dummy. Jetpack. Let's say I hypothetically built my own jetpack or something of the sort. Would it be legal for me to use an actual mode of transportation? Would there be any restrictions or regulations when it comes to using it? Yeah, there would probably be regulations, especially if you were flying. You'd probably have to take that up with the FAA. How do I support my friend while he studies for the bar exam? So my friend just graduated from law school. Woohoo! Now he's studying for the bar exam and he's taking it in July. What are some things I can do to support him while he's studying? Do not talk to him. Do not engage with him. The best thing you can do to support him is leave him alone. The bar exam is tough. He needs to treat it like a full-time job. Maybe occasionally send him some food. Just do not talk to him. He just needs to get in the zone. No distractions. You do it once, you do it right, you take it. When I took the bar exam, I did nothing for 4 months but study 9 to 5 every single day. I passed by a bazillion miles. It wasn't even close, so I can never think about taking it again. I was not taking it twice. Leave him alone and let him study. Or send him some food. Cameras aren't allowed in court, but I managed to have a great candid shot of Tom. I do not look like that guy. The guy who increased insulin prices. I should be suing that guy. I'm not that guy. Come on, I'm not Martin Scarelli. Home Alone legality. Could the criminals in Home Alone sue the parents for the damage Kevin causes them despite repeated attempts at injury? Would it be different if Kevin was a grown man? I would argue no. I think in Home Alone, his defense is probably reasonable proportionate, especially since they're clearly trying to do harm to him and they keep on entering into the house. Would anime cat girls have human rights?
I'm dying. Help me.
AI and liability. Background. Machine learning on a really broad level uses structured data to formulate biases that would be used to make decisions. They can often in several layers of decision. The technique is very With this in mind, I know my intuition that if I allow a machine learning algorithm to make the wrong decision, and if a person made the same decision, it would be a crime. Have I met the requirements for criminal and civil negligence? Is that true? And is there a cutoff? What would be the percentages? And if that's true, What would the future hold for self-driving cars? This is a very, very interesting hypothetical. Self-driving cars. So first of all, criminal and civil liabilities are completely different. You can be civilly liable and not criminally liable. Different standards. Very, very interesting question. Normally, in the world of civil liability, or even criminal liability, it's the reasonably prudent person. What would a reasonably prudent person do in the same or similar circumstances is negligence, okay? If we all have self-driving cars or AI, it's not really what the reasonably prudent person would do, it would be what the reasonably prudent AI would do in the same or similar circumstances. Nobody really knows the answer to this. This is going to be at the forefront of litigation over the next 15 years. It just will be. It's going to be very interesting. And as I said on this channel before, with the kind of work I'm in, I assume that I'll probably have cases like this where this will be an issue. I wish I had a better answer, but nobody really knows yet. Pro bono, would you take a case pro bono if you agree with the underlying principle and think it has the workings of a Supreme Court landmark case? Yes, we take cases pro bono even if it's not going to be a Supreme Court landmark case. I think right now we are working on 2 pro bono cases, so it just depends. But the short answer is yes. If there's a case that comes across my desk that I'm really compelled with and it makes sense, meaning like I can still pay the bills that month, which is very much a consideration, I would definitely take it. Catastrophic injury by a poor person / company. Say you're catastrophically injured to the point where you can't work anymore, but the person company who hurt you has no money. Would you be stuck paying your own medical bills? Would suing be pointless if they have no money? You, my friend, have just uncovered the sad, sad truth of personal injury lawsuits. Yes. Don't make the mistake of getting injured by a company or person who's broke. I have seen people who are catastrophically injured get nothing, and their lives are ruined, and their quality of life is downhill, and they quite literally die because they cannot get the treatment that they need. I've seen people who have 3rd-degree burns. I've seen people who have been paralyzed. I've seen it all, and it is just a harsh reality. And those phone calls are absolutely the worst when you have somebody who has a catastrophic injury and you have to pick up the phone and call them and say, there's nothing I can do for you because the only thing I can do is get you money, and there's no money to be gotten. I often say you can't squeeze blood from a turnip. Robots made by robots. Here's a hypothetical. So if a man makes a robot and creates more robots, and the robots create said robot commits crime, who is responsible? Would the man who made the robot creating robots be responsible? Or would robots making robots be responsible? None of these robots are made to commit crimes, though a few robots made robot. Oh my gosh. Okay. I don't know. Because eventually the argument is it gets so far removed from the original creator that it's just kind of a life of its own. And for our robot, AI, alien, monkey overlords, I apologize if this was offensive to you. This is as it is right now. I'm sure 10 years from now when you're watching this video, it's completely different. Just letting you know. Since Tom is a Formula 1 fan from Texas, here's the information. The U.S. Grand Prix in Austin, if Tom wants to go, I'm absolutely going to go. What are your thoughts on the attorney image below? Injured. Me too. I broke my leg. I never had a broken leg before. Looking for someone to rub cream on my leg. Leg needs cream, and I don't have a wife to do it. Thanks, Gus. Oh my gosh. I actually already like this because, spoiler alert, I have seen this image before, but it's hilarious. I knew this was gonna get photoshopped or taken. I look like a cartoon character. Who thought this was a good idea? It's such only. Oh man. This is so awesome. I would upvote it, but it's at 69 right now. I hope you understand. This is Awesome. Way to go, Joe Pog. I got into law school. Hey guys, young Attorney Tom fan here. Literally just made a Reddit to announce that I got into law school. I'm so excited. Does anybody have any tips for law school? I figured I'd ask here in case Mr. Tom sees this, because he is one of my prime reasons in which I want to become an attorney, and his videos help me learn a lot. Congratulations on getting into law school. It is fantastic. Don't believe all the BS hype. People like to think or try to make law school seem harder than it actually is. I mean, don't get me wrong. It's law school, it's tough, but it's not rocket science. The thing about law school is the only grade you have in law school is your final. That's it. So there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of people who are really smart, but they cannot deal with the pressure. They get to the final and they're panicking. And even though they know 99% of the stuff, they see the one thing that they don't know and they panic and it freaks them out. Just stay calm, practice, test under timed conditions. You'll be fine. You'll make a great lawyer. Congratulations. Alright, y'all, that's it for today's video. There are still dozens and dozens of more great memes and hypotheticals on this subreddit. Consider joining the subreddit. Ask questions. I'm going to react to them. I'm doing this as a regular series now. The next Reddit video is going to come fairly soon because I need to stay on top of all of these great and fun, and some of them aren't so great, but they're still fun questions. And thanks again for watching. All right, y'all. Talk to you later.